Dr. Sarah Chen stared at her terminal, her coffee long forgotten and cold. The patterns she'd been tracking for months finally made sense, and the revelation sent a chill down her spine. Earth wasn't just experiencing random system failures. They were being systematically probed by an alien intelligence. The National Cybersecurity Center buzzed with activity around her, but Sarah remained frozen, watching as another pattern emerged from the chaos of data streaming across her screens. She designed a quantum detection algorithm herself, a program so complex that even her colleagues had doubted its utility. Now it was painting a picture that threatened everything humanity had built. "Director Matthews," she called out, her voice steady despite her racing heart. "I need you to see this." The silver-haired director approached, his expression shifting from mild annoyance to concern as he studied the display. "These aren't random anomalies. They're coordinated attacks, testing our defenses, learning our responses, and they're coming from outside our solar system." The revelation sparked a chain reaction that would reshape human history. Within hours, military commanders worldwide received encrypted briefings. Within days, governments began quiet preparations. The aliens, whoever they were, had no idea that their careful reconnaissance had been detected. Sarah's discovery led to the formation of Project Sentinel, a global initiative combining military strategy with breakthrough technology. She found herself working alongside Colonel James Rodriguez, a tactical genius who'd made his name developing unconventional warfare strategies. "The key," Sarah explained to a room full of military and scientific leaders, "is that they think we're blind. But their probes leave quantum signatures that my algorithm can detect. We can track them, predict them, and most importantly, feed them false information." Rodriguez nodded, his dark eyes calculating. "So we let them think they're seeing our real defense systems, while we build something entirely different." He turned to the assembled leaders. "Ladies and gentlemen, we have an unprecedented opportunity. Our enemies believe they're studying a primitive species, but they're actually giving us time to prepare." Over the next 3 months, humanity underwent a silent transformation. Military satellites were quietly repositioned. New weapons systems were developed and tested in underground facilities. The quantum detection grid expanded, creating an invisible web that could track any alien presence in the solar system. The aliens finally revealed themselves on a quiet Tuesday morning. Massive ships appeared at the edge of the solar system, their design unlike anything humans had imagined. They broadcast a message in perfect English. "Your species has been judged and found wanting. Submit to integration or face extinction." What happened next would be remembered for generations. As the alien fleet approached Earth, expecting to find a helpless planet with primitive defenses, they instead encountered humanity's trap. The false defense systems they'd studied vanished like mirages, revealing a web of quantum-linked weapons platforms that even their advanced sensors hadn't detected. Sarah watched from the command center as her algorithm predicted and countered every alien maneuver. The enemy's carefully planned assault fell apart as they found themselves fighting an opponent who seemed to anticipate their every move. Colonel Rodriguez's unconventional tactics, combined with Sarah's technology, turned what was meant to be a swift conquest into a devastating defeat for the invaders. The battle lasted less than 6 hours. When it ended, the alien fleet was in ruins, and humanity had announced its presence to the galaxy in a way that couldn't be ignored. But Sarah knew, as she studied the quantum signatures of the retreating ships, that this was only the beginning. "They'll be back," she told Rodriguez as they watched the last alien ship disappear into faster-than-light travel. "And they'll bring friends." The colonel smiled grimly. "Good, because now they know what happens when you underestimate humanity. And next time, we'll be even better prepared." As news of the victory spread across Earth, humanity experienced something unprecedented. True global unity in the face of an external threat. The world's nations, realizing that survival demanded cooperation, began pooling resources and sharing technology like never before. Sarah's algorithm became the foundation for a new planetary defense system, while Rodriguez's strategies were adopted by a unified Earth defense force. Humanity had passed its first test in galactic warfare, but everyone knew harder challenges lay ahead. The galaxy was about to learn why you should never corner a species that had survived everything its own deadly world could throw at it. Dr. Maya Patel's hands trembled as she reviewed the test results for the 15th time. The holographic display showed something impossible, something that could change the course of the war. She'd been studying tissue samples from soldiers who'd survived direct exposure to the aliens' neural weapons, and what she found defied conventional biology. The aliens, now identified as the Nexus Collective, had returned with devastating new weapons designed to shut down human neural pathways. But their weapon had failed against roughly 20% of the human population. At first, everyone assumed it was random chance. Maya now knew better. It's not just resistance, she explained to the Emergency Science Council. These individuals' brains actually adapt to and redirect the neural energy. Every exposure makes them stronger. She gestured to the brain scans floating above the conference table. We've never seen anything like this because we've never encountered this type of weapon before. But the potential was always there, hidden in our DNA. Admiral Victor Santos, the newly appointed head of Earth's Combined Defense Forces, leaned forward. Can this adaptation be replicated, transferred to others? His weathered face showed the strain of defending against increasingly frequent Nexus attacks. Maya took a deep breath. Better. We can amplify it. The gene sequence responsible for this ability exists in all humans. It's just dormant in most of us. With the right activation sequence, we could potentially awaken it in everyone. The implications stunned the room into silence. Humanity's greatest weakness against the Nexus weapons could become their greatest strength. But the process of awakening this dormant ability carried enormous risks. The first trials began at a secure facility beneath the Rocky Mountains. Lieutenant Emma Hayes volunteered to be among the first test subjects. She'd survived 3 direct hits from Nexus neural weapons, making her one of the naturally resistant few. Your neural patterns are exactly what we need, Maya told her as they prepared for the procedure. Your brain doesn't just resist their weapons, it learns from them. With your help, we can understand how to safely activate this ability in others. The breakthrough came faster than anyone expected. Emma's neural patterns, combined with Maya's genetic research, revealed a way to safely awaken the dormant ability. Within weeks, the first batch of soldiers underwent the activation procedure. The Nexus never saw it coming. During their next major assault on Earth's lunar colonies, their neural weapons didn't just fail, they backfired. Enhanced human soldiers absorbed and redirected the energy, turning the aliens' own weapons against them. The sight of human troops walking unharmed through neural barrages, then redirecting the energy back at Nexus ships, sent shockwaves through the alien fleet. But Maya's discovery had broader implications than just military applications. The awakened neural plasticity gave enhanced humans new abilities. Accelerated learning, improved pattern recognition, and even limited telepathic communication with each other. Humanity wasn't just surviving, it was evolving. Admiral Santos recognized the potential beyond warfare. This changes everything, not just how we fight, but who we are as a species. He turned to Maya. The Nexus thought they found our weakness, but they accidentally triggered our next evolutionary leap. The Nexus responded by changing tactics, shifting to conventional weapons and brutal siege warfare. But it was too late. Enhanced human neural capabilities revolutionized everything from spacecraft design to battle strategy. Innovation that once took years now happened in weeks or days as enhanced humans collaborated with unprecedented efficiency. Maya continued her research, probing deeper into human potential. Each discovery revealed new possibilities, new ways that humanity could adapt and grow stronger. The Nexus had intended to subjugate what they saw as a primitive species. Instead, they had become unwitting catalysts for humanity's transformation. They don't understand us, Emma told Maya during one of their research sessions. They think in terms of conquest and submission. They never considered that by trying to destroy us, they'd make us stronger. The war entered a new phase. Earth's forces, now largely enhanced and growing stronger with each engagement, began pushing the Nexus back. But Maya worried about the future implications of her discovery. Humanity was changing, becoming something new. Would they maintain their humanity as they evolved? Or would power change them into something as coldly efficient as their enemies? As she watched enhanced humans training, their neural networks glowing with shared purpose, Maya realized that this was just the beginning. The real challenge wouldn't be winning the war. It would be ensuring that humanity's evolution led to wisdom, as well as power. The galaxy was about to meet a humanity it never expected, one that had unlocked its hidden potential. The question was, what would they become? Commander Elena Torres stood on the bridge of the ESS Defiance, Earth's first neural-enhanced warship. The vessel hummed with possibility, its systems directly linked to the enhanced crew's neural networks. What had once been complex control interfaces were now seamless extensions of human thought. Fleet status, she asked, her neural link instantly connecting her to every ship in the battle group. Information flowed through her consciousness, not just data, but the living presence of her fellow commanders, their ships, their crews. Earth's first offensive fleet was ready for launch. The mission was audacious: strike directly at the heart of Nexus space. Intelligence gathered from captured Nexus ships had revealed the location of their primary manufacturing hub, a massive orbital complex around a dying star. Taking it out would cripple their war effort. Captain David Chen, her second-in-command, monitored the quantum drive readings. The enhanced human crews had redesigned the drives, incorporating insights that only their evolved neural networks could comprehend. All ships report ready, Commander. The neural synchronization is holding steady at 98%. Elena reached out through the neural network, feeling the readiness of her fleet. 5,000 enhanced humans, working in perfect synchronization, their ships extensions of their collective will. Begin quantum jump sequence. Let's show the Nexus what humanity can really do. The jump was unlike anything in human experience. Enhanced crews guided their ships through quantum space with intuition that bordered on precognition. They emerged from the jump precisely where they intended, behind the Nexus defense grid, in their blind spot. The Nexus response was immediate but predictable. Their ships moved in rigid formations, following tactical protocols that had served them for centuries. But they faced an enemy that could adapt and innovate in real time, their enhanced minds working in concert to create and execute strategies faster than any conventional force could counter. Elena felt rather than saw the first exchange of fire. Enhanced gunners anticipated enemy movements, placing shots with impossible precision. Neural-linked engineers redirected power and repaired damage almost instantly. The Defiance and its sister ships moved like dancers in a deadly ballet, each maneuver flowing naturally into the next. But the Nexus had one last surprise. As the human fleet pressed their advantage, massive structures emerged from the dying star. Solar harvesters, David reported, his enhanced mind already analyzing the threat. They're drawing power directly from the star's core. The star began to pulse with artificial rhythm, its energy channeled into weapons of unimaginable power. Beams of stellar fire lashed out at the human fleet. Even with their enhanced capabilities, several ships took direct hits, their crews crying out through the neural network. Elena felt the pain of every loss, but she also felt something else: patterns in the enemy's stellar technology, weaknesses that their enhanced perception revealed. All ships, synchronize with me, she commanded. Through the neural network, she shared her insight, showing them what she saw. The human fleet moved as one, their combined neural power reaching out to interface with the very fabric of space around them. They didn't just dodge the solar beams, they bent them, redirected them, turned the star's power back against its masters. The Nexus never anticipated this level of adaptation. Their solar harvesters, designed to channel stellar energy in rigid, predetermined ways, couldn't handle the quantum-level manipulations that enhanced human minds introduced into their systems. One by one, the massive structures began to fail, their energy controls spinning wildly out of balance. "They're going to lose containment," David warned. "The stars becoming unstable." Through their neural links, every human in the fleet understood the implications. They had minutes to complete their mission and escape. Elena made a decision that would be studied in military academies for generations. Instead of retreating, she ordered the fleet to push closer to the dying star. Enhanced crews worked in perfect harmony, using their ship's quantum fields to contain and direct the solar eruption. The Nexus manufacturing hub, along with their entire defense fleet, was caught in the controlled stellar explosion. The human fleet emerged from quantum space near Earth 12 hours later. They had lost 17 ships. Each loss felt deeply through the neural network, but they had achieved something unprecedented. The Nexus's primary production facility was destroyed, and with it, their ability to wage prolonged war. But Elena and her crews had brought back more than victory. Their enhanced minds had glimpsed something in the quantum fields they manipulated, something that suggested the universe was far stranger and more wonderful than anyone had imagined. As she filed her report, Elena knew that humanity's journey was far from over. "We did more than win a battle today," she told her crew. "We proved that humanity's greatest strength isn't our technology or even our enhanced abilities. It's our capacity to face the impossible and find a way through it together." The neural network hummed with agreement, enhanced minds sharing not just thoughts but a vision of the future. The galaxy was changing, and humanity was leading that change. The Nexus had sought to prevent human advancement. Instead, they had become the catalyst for humanity's greatest leap forward. The crystalline beings called themselves the Lumini, and they arrived in Earth's solar system not with weapons, but with a message. Their ship, a construct of living crystal that seemed to sing as it moved through space, approached Earth's defense grid with careful deliberation. Ambassador Marcus Wong watched from the diplomatic station as the Lumini vessel took up position near Lumina. After humanity's victory at the Nexus manufacturing hub, other species had begun reaching out, but none quite like this. "We have watched," the Lumini representative transmitted, its thoughts manifesting as patterns of light within its crystalline form. "You achieved what we thought impossible. You broke the Nexus's grip on your sector. We come seeking not just allies, but teachers." The revelation came slowly, as the Lumini shared their history. They were not the only ones. The Arathi, gaseous beings who lived in the atmospheres of gas giants. The Myriad, a collective consciousness of plant-like entities. The quantum dancers, energy beings who existed partially in higher dimensions. All had suffered under Nexus expansion. All had resisted, and all had failed. Until now. Dr. Maya Patel found herself working with alien scientists, discovering that humanity's neural evolution had unlocked potential that existed in all sentient species. "It's not just about resistance," she explained to a combined council of human and alien representatives. "The Nexus didn't just attack us. They'd been suppressing the natural evolution of consciousness throughout the galaxy." The Lumini's crystalline matrix resonated with her words. "We saw fragments of this truth, but could never grasp it fully. Your species' neural awakening created ripples through the quantum fabric of space itself. You showed us what was possible." Ambassador Wong recognized the opportunity and the responsibility this presented. Earth's defensive alliance expanded into something far more profound. A coalition of species working to unlock their own dormant potential. The Arathi discovered they could extend their gaseous forms through dimensions the Nexus couldn't perceive. The Myriad's collective consciousness expanded exponentially when exposed to enhanced human neural patterns. The quantum dancers, already partially transcended, found they could guide other species through higher dimensional space. But it was the Lumini who provided the most startling breakthrough. Their crystalline technology, combined with human neural enhancement and the quantum insights of other species, revealed the true nature of their galaxy. and the real reason for the Nexus' aggressive expansion. "The galaxy is waking up," explained Kira, a Lumini scientist who had taken a name to better work with humans. "Consciousness itself is evolving. The Nexus aren't just conquerors. They're suppressors, trying to prevent a natural process they fear they cannot control." Commander Elena Torres, who had led the attack on the Nexus hub, worked closely with the alien allies to integrate their unique abilities into battle strategy. The enhanced human neural network expanded to include alien consciousness, creating something entirely new. A multi-species quantum network that transcended traditional boundaries of communication and cooperation. During a joint training exercise, an Arathi warform flowed seamlessly through quantum space, guided by human neural enhancement, while Lumini crystals amplified their combined consciousness across vast distances. The Myriad provided instantaneous tactical analysis through their group mind, while quantum dancers scouted paths through dimensions the Nexus couldn't comprehend. This is what they feared, Elena realized, watching the unprecedented cooperation. Not just humanity, but the potential for all sentient life to evolve beyond their control. The alliance grew stronger each day, but so did the Nexus's desperation. Intelligence suggested they were mobilizing for a massive offensive, drawing forces from across their empire. They recognized the existential threat this alliance posed to their dominion. Ambassador Wong, working with representatives from each species, helped forge a formal treaty, the Galactic Concordat. It wasn't just a military alliance, but a commitment to protecting and nurturing the evolution of consciousness throughout the galaxy. As the combined fleet prepared for what they knew would be a decisive confrontation, Maya made one final discovery. The neural evolution wasn't random. It was the galaxy itself awakening, using sentient species as conduits for a greater transformation. "We're not just fighting for our survival," she told the assembled Alliance Council. "We're fighting for the future of consciousness itself. The Nexus tried to keep the galaxy asleep. It's time to help it wake up." The Alliance members, connected through their enhanced awareness, felt the truth of her words. Humanity had started this journey alone, fighting for survival. Now they stood with allies from across the galaxy, preparing to defend not just their own freedom, but the right of all consciousness to evolve and grow. As reports came in of the approaching Nexus Armada, Elena felt the combined resolve of the Alliance through their shared neural network. They were ready. The next battle would determine not just the fate of their species, but the future of galactic consciousness itself. The Nexus Armada emerged from quantum space like a storm of metal and energy, their ships darkening the stars. It was the largest fleet ever assembled in galactic history, tens of thousands of vessels, all committed to a single purpose, the suppression of evolutionary consciousness. But they faced something unprecedented. The combined Alliance fleet waited for them in the Helios sector, their ships arranged in formations that transcended conventional space. Lumini crystal ships pulsed with enhanced human neural energy. Arathi warforms twisted through quantum dimensions. Myriad vessels bloomed like living gardens of technology. And at the center, humanity's enhanced fleet, their neural networks extending through space itself. Commander Elena Torres stood on the bridge of the ESS Transcendence, the most advanced ship ever created by the combined knowledge of the Alliance. Through the expanded neural network, she felt the presence of every being in the fleet, human and alien alike, all connected, all part of something greater. "They're targeting the quantum resonance points," reported Captain Chen, his enhanced consciousness tracking the Nexus fleet movements. "They're trying to disrupt our neural connections." The Nexus attack began with a weapon they believed unstoppable, a cascade of anti-quantum energy designed to sever the connections between conscious minds. But they didn't understand what they faced. The Alliance fleet didn't just resist, they transformed the attack itself. Lumini crystals caught the anti-quantum cascade, their lattices redirecting it through dimensions the Nexus couldn't perceive. Arathi warforms shaped quantum tunnels through the energy storm. The Myriad's collective consciousness provided patterns of survival and adaptation. and humanity's neural network held it all together, turning chaos into harmony. Through their shared consciousness, Dr. Maya Patel's voice reached them all. The galaxy itself is responding. Feel it. The quantum fabric is resonating with our combined awareness. She was right. Space itself seemed to pulse with new energy, responding to the awakened consciousness of multiple species working as one. The battle that followed would be studied for millennia to come. The Nexus brought overwhelming force and technological superiority. The Alliance brought something entirely new, evolved consciousness working in harmony with the fundamental forces of the universe itself. Nexus ships fired world-ending weapons, only to find their energy absorbed and transformed by Lumini crystals, enhanced by human neural patterns. They tried to predict Alliance movements, but the Arathi flowed through spaces their tactical computers couldn't comprehend. The myriads living ships healed and adapted faster than they could be destroyed, and humanity's enhanced fleet moved with impossible precision, guided by their combined consciousness. But the true turning point came when Ambassador Wang's diplomatic insights merged with Alina's tactical awareness through the neural network. They're not just fighting us, he realized. They're fighting against their own potential for evolution. Their rigid hierarchy, their fear of change, it's built into their entire civilization. Alina understood immediately. Through the neural network, she shared a new strategy with the entire Alliance fleet. They didn't need to destroy the Nexus. They needed to awaken them. The Alliance fleet shifted formation, their ships creating a vast geometric pattern in space. Lumini crystals amplified their combined consciousness. The Arathi shaped quantum tunnels directly into Nexus space. The myriad provided the patterns of growth and change. And humanity's neural network carried a message not of destruction, but of transformation. The Nexus fleet found itself caught in a quantum resonance unlike anything they had ever encountered. Their rigid mental structures, maintained for millennia through technological suppression, began to shift. Through the cracks in their consciousness, the light of evolution began to shine. Some Nexus ships immediately turned on their fellows, their crews awakening to new awareness. Others fled in terror, but many remained, their weapons powered down, their crews experiencing the first stirrings of enhanced consciousness. The battle ended not with the destruction of an enemy, but with the transformation of one. The Nexus hierarchy shattered as their crews and citizens began to evolve, their dormant potential finally unleashed. The galaxy itself seemed to sing with new awareness. In the aftermath, as Alliance and awakened Nexus ships drifted together in space, Alina felt the truth through the neural network. Humanity's greatest victory hadn't been in fighting the Nexus, but in showing the galaxy a new way forward. They had proved that evolution couldn't be contained, it could only be embraced. The Galactic Concordat expanded to include awakened Nexus worlds. The barriers between species began to fade as shared consciousness created new forms of understanding. And humanity, who had started this journey fighting for mere survival, found themselves at the forefront of a galactic awakening. We were never meant to be alone, Maya told the Combined Council months later. Consciousness wants to grow, to connect, to evolve. We just had to remember how to let it. The galaxy would never be the same. The age of suppression was over. A new era of conscious evolution had begun, and all species would face it together, their combined potential limitless. Humanity had not just survived, they had helped unlock the next stage of galactic evolution itself. As Alina looked out at the transformed galaxy through both her eyes and the neural network, she smiled. The stars seemed brighter somehow, pulsing with the combined consciousness of countless awakened beings. The real journey was just beginning.